Good morning. Just finishing up my breakfast here, a bagel and a smoothie, because I'm going to be heading back outside. Yesterday, I went out to take some pictures of some birds, and I ended up finding a majestic sea beast that I've never seen in person before, but I did manage to get some photos and videos. So today we're going to go back, and I'm going to bring you guys along and tell you the story about my encounter yesterday. I've just left my house. It's about 11 in the morning. And we're just walking down the street because we're actually just going right down there. That's the Atlantic Ocean. And that is where we saw the majestic sea beast, as well as a bunch of birds. So I'm gonna walk down there and I'll see you down there. All right, we're almost there, but I'm kind of great. So back there at the intersection, of course, didn't I have to break a lace and fall on my face right in front of a bunch of cars? So that's pretty embarrassing. It happens, I guess. Scrape up my hands and my knees. Not gonna stop me, I'm just gonna keep going. But I can already see the boats. So we're just at the start of the trailway here. Yesterday I ended up going way down this way because I had to go to the store first before coming back. Today we're just going here, but I already saw a cute little ditch duck. Hello, ditch duck. These ducks are pretty tame because there's always so many people around here, but we're not going to bother her too much anyway. Over there is where we are actually going to end up later, but I'm not expecting to see the majestic sea beast just yet. He was up over there. First, there is, if we follow the trail down, we will come to a section of trees where I was taking some pictures of some birds, and there's also a little pond if you go a little bit further. I'm gonna pull out the camera and try to do some warm-ups here. I believe that's a greater black-backed gull. I'm gonna have to double check when I get home though. So we're just gonna plop down behind some of these rocks and then take pictures of that guy. This is where I've come down to. It's a little too windy today. Wasn't supposed to be. But I did already see a blue jay, though it flew off. I've come into this little wooded area just next to the water to kind of hide from the wind. I was also photographing some chickadees here yesterday and it came out pretty good, as well as some dark-eyed juncos because of course they're so common. And for now I think I'm just going to stay in here for a little bit to hide from the wind and look for some of those birds. If the wind will calm down, I'm going to head down that way because the pond is just a little bit over there. Before I move on to the pond, this was also a place yesterday where I managed to find some white-winged crossbills. So that was kind of exciting. That was my first time seeing those. And just down on the water, there was also what I believe is a red-breasted merganser. It was also my first time seeing one of those. So 2 new birds yesterday. and the majestic sea beast. So when I was finished here in this wooded area, I actually started walking back home yesterday. And on the way, there was a lady that stopped me on the trail. She saw my camera and was like, hey, if you're looking for something to photograph, there's this majestic sea beast down in the wharf, harbor boat thing. And so I legged it there. And there it was. And I couldn't believe it. So very first time seeing one of those in person anyway. Obviously I've seen them on TV, but in person. And he was an adorable chunky monkey. And I'm so glad that I could get some of these photos, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So I did already look for him today. I did not see him yet. We're gonna check again on the way home, but we're still out for a day of bird photography anyway. It's just a bonus seal, I guess. Hopefully we'll see something like that again. I've come down to the pond finally, and we're losing some of our light, but we got some duckies, and these duckies are very friendly, actually. Lots of people feed them just up there, but there was a couple of them fighting. I believe they were fighting just over there, and I got some pretty cool pictures, I think. Check them when I get back, and a pretty cool video of it, so here, you can check that out too. Okay, so I've now come and I'm gonna get some pictures of these mallards and black ducks. So I'm basically doing the same trip that I did yesterday. I didn't come quite as far as the pond, but the tree section that I stopped at earlier is where I stopped yesterday before turning around. I just came a little bit further today to check on the ducks. And this was my point of my journey, just walking back like this yesterday. And the lady saw my camera and was like, hey, if you're looking for something to take a picture of, there's a seal in the harbor. And like I said, I legged it there. I walked as fast as I could because I did not want to miss that. And it was a pretty cool, pretty exciting experience. I walked around the wharf and most of the docks were all locked off, so I couldn't get down onto them. But I got as close as I could with 400 millimeter lens. And like I said, I really liked how the pictures turned out, and I did not expect to see a seal while I'm trying to take pictures of birds. But they were pretty common around here. I've just never seen one. Never really thought to look for them, actually. So I'm just slowly making my way over these rocks on the beach, and there's a bit of a wetland. So hopefully I can get close enough. Let's see. Turns out those ducks were green-winged teals, which are quite rare, especially this time of year around here. And not a duck I've seen before. Unfortunately, they keep flying away, and I just don't have the time to lay there and wait for them. Not today anyway. But that might warrant a trip back. Maybe I'll do a green-winged teal video. I don't know. That's still pretty cool. I managed to get a picture just enough to identify them. I just found a whole bunch of white-winged crossbills, along with a whole bunch more juncos. They were in the same spot as yesterday. However, it's a lot cloudier than I thought it was going to be. It's only supposed to be a little bit of clouds today. And at this moment, I just don't really have enough light. Plus, I couldn't get to where those birds were. Today wasn't really going to be a trip for anything in particular. I wanted to check to see if the seal was there again. But other than that, I'm just going for a walk and trying to get any birds that I see. There wasn't really any plan. Some days I'll go out and I will make a plan for ducks or gulls, or whatever bird it might be. But today in particular, it was birds. I got lots of birds. I got some new ducks. I got the cormorant. He got a fish. That was pretty cool. I saw the juncos. I saw the blue jays. I got a helicopter. Wait, that's not a bird. What else? That green-winged teal was really cool. I haven't seen one of those here before, like, at all. First time. So maybe the seal will be there, but if not, still a pretty good day. And really, you just never really know what you're gonna find, so you just gotta get up and get out there. And maybe I'll make a plan to go back specifically for those green-winged teals. So I'm actually back home. It's the next day. I didn't get to finish my video while I was out because, of course, something else had to happen while I was out. On the way back, I was walking past the goats. I stopped and I took a picture of this one goat just kind of laying there. And then I kept going. And then I heard something. And I turned around. And two dogs had escaped or something and had actually attacked the three goats. And two of them they had jumped up onto a rock. And they were terrified, they were shaking, but the third goat, the dog was actually attacking it, and I didn't know what to do, but I stopped the dog, found the owner, and I tried to let the owner of the goat know as well, but unfortunately they weren't home. But I did check, and the goats are all safe. That was definitely a weird end to our day of bird photography yesterday. just never know what you're gonna see. Hopefully you liked my photos and my story of the bearded seal. And if you did, let me know which was your favorite photo down in the comments below. And why not give a subscribe to the channel? I'm always trying to get out and do different things such as that, as well as reviewing old digital cameras that just don't matter anymore. But it's what I like, and I want to share that with you guys. So thanks for watching.